Hey, hello, welcome back. As in last video, we saw how to expose matrix using Spring Boot actuator. And as you can see, Prometheus matrix is a human readable. You can able to read it, right? It's okay. Let us try to understand what is in it. It has a type and help attribute. So help is like a description which give you a hint about what is the matrix about. And type is actually matrix type, which can one of the counter, gauge or summary or a histogram. Now you may be thinking what to use when. Let's discuss this also. So counter, if you want how many times X happened but that value can only increase in your application. Meaning counter is useful when something increased and not decrease, like number of requests served, task completed or errors. Like in this exposed matrix, we will see the counter. As you can see here, it is how many times error level event made it to the logs. As we know, this value can only increase in your application, that it will not go down, right? Warn or debug error trace info, it will go only up in our application. So you can use a counter. This is one example when to use counter. Now let's check gauge. So gauge, if you want what is the current value of X now? It is like a single numerical value that can arbitrarily go up or down at a certain moment of the time. So let's check for the gauge. So let's try to understand with the example. So here you can see this is of a type gauge, and in the description it is saying the current number of live daemon threads. So here you can see in our application this daemon thread will go up and down, meaning increase or decrease based on our request, right? So that's the reason we can use gauge here. We cannot use counter because in counter it can only be increase, not decrease. Okay. Now let's take example of a summary. Where to use summary? If you want to know how long something took or how big something was, then use summary. Usually it is thing like a request duration or a response size. It's difficult to digest, no problem. Let's take example here. So this is a summary example. Here you can see in the help it's a HTTP server request seconds and if of a type summary. So this is the base name. So here you can see it has a many lines. You can see it's a base name count, base name sum. This is the base name. So you can see base name count and base name sum. So the count is the count of an event that has been observed and is exposed as a base name count, and total sum or a sum is observed value and it is exposed as a base name underscore sum. So what is this? So this is like a get request. We are getting success 200 for this URI hello. We exposed in last video hello endpoint. So hello it's called 3 times. So this is count is a count of how many times this URI called. So it's a 3 and it's a per seconds. It's a sum of how much time it took. So it's a sum of all. So it's a 0.02 seconds. So that means count shows the number of time event observed and sum shows sum of the times taken by that event. And the last one is a histogram. It is the same as a summary. Only thing is it count observation in a bucket. We will see histogram in a future videos. So keep watching, and in next video we will expose a Prometheus matrix without actuator. In last video we use actuator, and next video we can use we can expose a Prometheus matrix without actuator, meaning we will see if there is a problem in the actuator, then what is the another way to expose Prometheus matrix. So see you in next video.